All right, Hafene, and welcome back, everybody. I have here two lovely local ladies who have a wonderful showcase featuring poetry and dance with a very, very meaningful story behind it. So we have here Maya Taitino and Christiana Palacios. Hafene, ladies.
Hafene.
All right, so Guma Mami always does wonderful events for the community. And like I said, there's always a very, very deep, very, very meaningful connection that we have. So Maya, break it down and everything. What is the Poetry and Dance Showcase?
So just to start on how I got involved here, Anna asked me to be a part of this. So as a poet volunteer, I'll be one of the people who will be reading out some of the poems that Anna helped the clients write during this, how many month process?
I want to say since November.
Since November. So there'll be dancing, there'll be local poets reading out the clients' poems, there'll also be the clients themselves reading their poems. It's really just, I think, this event about artistic representation and how meaningful and impactful it can be for people of all walks of life.
Mm-hmm. And Anna, these poems and this art was created by people that have mental illness or other types of developmental disabilities. Yeah. And so, I mean, they're sharing their unique voice and their unique perspective of the world in a very beautiful way.
Yes, yes. So I've met one-on-one, we've had group sessions. And so when it comes to this, I feel that it has been a huge journey from beginning to end. We are in session, in class session, starting with PowerPoints in the classroom, getting to know each other, familiarizing ourselves. And it comes to the point where clients are sharing, I want to be on the media. I want people to know, to hear my voice. And so really it becomes this momentous occasion for them. I know they're waiting, and we're very excited to share it with the public.
Mm-hmm. Is there a common theme or like a central message that a lot of the works resonate around, or is it just basically everybody's unique interpretation of the world?
Well, I think going back to the title of the event, ImPERFECTION, right? It's all about...
I love that.
Yes, me too. So she actually just explained the meaning of the title to me earlier, but having this event, as Anna said, I think is a way for their creative voices to shine, right? And to really embrace who they are and show who they are to our community, and for our community to be a part of that.
So there obviously, is a negative stereotype with people who have disabilities, with mental illnesses. And so really, like, to show that we have every single person, no matter their walk of life, has these talents, has these abilities, and these clients who we've worked with are more than welcome to share it with our community, to inspire other people to do the same as well.
And I've interviewed so many people over the years, ladies, and one thing that always rings true is that, even though somebody may be suffering from mental illness or have some sort of affliction, that may touch your mind, but it can't touch your heart.
Yes.
And it comes through again, like in a very authentic, very genuine way of someone just showing either their love for the island or their I am perfection, like you said.
And I think the fact that the main medium is poetry is so vital to all of this, because I think poetry is all about being vulnerable. And these people are showing us it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to let your voice come out, and it's okay to share who you are and what you love about yourself to others. And
Okay, let's geek out on the poetry for just a moment. Because, my mom was a lifelong English professor, right? So I love this stuff. Were there any constraints or any parameters that you gave these artists and everything like that, or did you say, your own work is your own work and everything like that? So do we have, a certain type of prose, or is it like someone wrote a particular type of poetry? Somebody did iambic pentameter, somebody did, another type of work.
well, Anna's someone who taught, so I think she could touch on
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So we started with basics, right? The I am poems that we, I've taught, we've both been teachers for English. And so the I am poems were kind of just the beginning of it. We have clients who wrote a lot more than just I am. We had indigenous poetry session. We had
How about the different poetic devices?
Oh yes, okay, there we go. We had the metaphors, we had similes. We basically allowed them to take what they interpreted of the class and to make it their own. It wasn't me like, you have to do it this way or this way, because this is their freedom, this is their creative writing. And so with them, it was a lot of there were moments, where it was challenging, but we've gone over it, we've reviewed it, we've said, hey, this is your work, and we want you to feel that
Ownership?
yes, that's a great adjective.
Absolutely.
Ownership of their work and what they've created to
Okay.
share with everybody.
So the community is absolutely invited. This is going to be at the Central Community Arts Hall in Sinahania,
Yes.
which you've been nice enough to tell me it's basically like at the Sinahania Mayor's office, right next to the playground, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right across the street from the church.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. Is there any cost to attend?
$5.
Which,
Just
which is
$5.
nothing compared to what you're going to be able to take away from this.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how many artists are we featuring?
About 15.
Yeah, about
About
15.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's a small enough number where you can really like let the full range of their art really sink in and really resonate. You have time to really consider it.
Yes, and what's great about it is that not only are there local volunteers who will be reading some of the poems, but also the clients themselves will be reading some of their poems. And I believe there are also videos and animations based on the poetry that will be played as well during the event. Oh, as well as interpretive dancing.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
I want to say maybe 4 poems have interpretive dances. It's been from different walks. So we have like people who just got out of high school, people who are still in high school, people who are in college, who volunteered really to help with partaking in this event.
Okay, final question, because you both and your colleagues there at Guma Mami have the privilege of being able to vet, to curate, to kind of like organize, all of this art. When you first like actually saw this, what impact did it have on you? And by association, when I show up, what impact will it have on me about the experience?
Well, I think for me, because I wasn't part of the full process, I really started when all of the poems were done and I got to read through everything. As someone who's always
Equally cool.
Yes, equally cool. As someone who's always loved to write but has always kind of struggled with the process, I think reading all the poems and seeing how genuine all of them could be and how really they were just having fun. And I think that as writers, as artists, we forget that part of the craft is really just enjoying your time with it, and it doesn't have to be in iambic pentameter. It doesn't have to be a certain type of poem. It can just be you expressing yourself, and that's something that really impacted me through reading the poems and now being able to partake in this experience next week.
That's beautiful, and it is going to be on May the 10th from 7 to 9 p.m. So everybody please show up, and ladies, thank you so much for doing this for our island community.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.